Yeah, I asked him, like, have you received any training on martial law or anything like that? He's like, yeah. Like, a big problem that I see, Alex, is that a lot of these people are really dumb. Like, if you go to the base where my brother is, it's like a fancy trailer park, basically, with everybody running around with IQs like Forrest Gump and 10 kids running around and everything. And that's where the problem is. That's where the Nazis are in the military, is just ignorance, you know? Like, the smart people in the military are really coming around and waking up, especially since Obama got elected, but there's just still a lot of stupid people in the military.
And so he's like, yeah, we're training martial law. I watch Citizens every day.
Yeah, well, I don't even think he really understood what it means, you know, the guy that I talked to. He did say, yeah, we've got training on martial law, but, I mean, he didn't understand what that meant. I tried to explain it to him, but you could tell it went way over his head and everything.
Stay there. I got a few other questions for you, and then other military vets, current people, active duty. It's all coming up. Stay with us. I was just reading the beefed-up article, because he's adding more documentation as we go, by Paul Joseph Watson and Kurt Nimmo at PrisonPlanet.com. U.S. Army trains to take on Tea Parties and take them to concentration camps. That's in the documents. For decades, they've been training to take us on quietly with small cadres, building it into bigger forces, slow brainwashing, incremental. Now they're deploying Army at checkpoints, Marines at checkpoints in the middle of the nation to stop drunk drivers. They're preparing everyone to go against the American people. If the American people even peacefully try to say, no, we're not going into a new world order. This is the time. It's coming down to it. Now, I want to now hurry through the calls, finishing up with Chris, active duty, talking to the folks at Brigade Homeland, going, yeah, we're training for martial law. Yeah, we're surveilling the American people. I mean, I've talked to family who are officers in the military, and they say even repair units that, you know, fix helicopters and things are, for the first time ever, being trained in riot control and martial law. And the military needs to read the actual officer-level manuals, because they're training to take on veterans. I mean, is this disgusting, people in the military that you talk to? Don't they understand that they're going to be out of the military soon, and that every dictatorship goes after the veterans first?
It's disgusting, some people, once they realize it. A lot of people don't even realize the extent that it's going on. And, you know, I pointed out to them, a lot of times it will disgust them, but still a lot of people are afraid to do anything about it. Nobody wants to stand up and talk about it, or even join Oath Keepers for the most part, with the exception of a few people that I've met. But I just want to encourage everybody, all the brothers and sisters that are in the military, to not be afraid to talk to people. And you'd be surprised how many people you find that actually agree with you, and just to uphold your oath to the Constitution no matter what, you know, because that's why you join the military, I assume. Yeah.
God bless you, and I appreciate your call, Chris. Look, the feds under FBI command said, don't let people walk out on the bridges, make them stay, don't give them food and water, go into the rich areas that weren't affected, that were on high ground, take their guns. All the arms will be taken. No one will be allowed to be armed. That's the quote of the police chief. And the military did what they were told. And a lot of U.S. Citizens were killed. And they went in old ladies' houses that wanted to stay there and take care of their dogs and cats. And they took their guns and drug them off to jail. I mean, this is America. And they passed the test. And the New World Order said, good, you'll do it. We're getting ready for it. And it is going to happen if we don't scream bloody murder. Let's talk to Roger and then Carl, Mike, and others. Mike says his uncle's in the military, has key info. But let's talk to Roger, former military. Roger, what's your take on this? Once we talk to Roger, let's talk to Carl in Texas. Go ahead, Carl.
Hey, buddy. How you doing there, man?
I'm just sick of it. I wish this nightmare would stop. I wish people would wake up and say no.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. I'm in an interracial relationship. My wife's Afro-American. I'm white, if you want to call it that, Hispanic. And, you know, I just wanted to say thanks to Dr. Bowman for what he's done with his group so far, to make a point of support of the diversity that I'm personally seeing more and more of on his website and YouTube account through the videos that he's shown with people of color and their viewpoint and what they see about the Constitution and Bill of Rights That's not only helped them in their understanding, but understanding those rights and gaining a deeper conviction. And the point I just wanted to say is that this is clearly not an exclusive group for a certain race of people. And Oath Keepers is meant for all Americans of all races. And that's really what I was just calling for. I just wanted to make that point.
Well, I appreciate your call, because here's the issue. The media is saying the Oath Keepers are treasonous. They're saying anybody who doesn't want a banking takeover is racist. They are injecting race into the debate to get us at each other's throats. God bless you. I really appreciate that call. Let's go to another call here. Let's talk to Mike in Illinois. Mike, you're on the air.
Hi there, Alex. You know, speaking of race, Barry Soetto, whatever his name is, when he was at my local in Bloomington Normal, he sounded much more African-American black, you know, and that was when he was running for senator. Well, anyway, my uncle was in the Marine Corps in Vietnam, and my grandfather was a coxswain in the Navy. And you know what? I knew Vietnam had done something to my uncle. He had talked about blue zones, and, well, he's died. He's passed on. And I do pray that God protects you and does his will in your life, Alex.
Well, I appreciate your call. I mean, what is the info you had, though, about the martial law preparations?
Well, you know, we've had checkpoints 3 months ago and also last week.
And they're getting more and more frequent. We'll be right back. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible. U.S. Army trains to take on Tea Parties.